How's it going, everyone? Today's topic is K1 Communion, Master Law Sector, dealing with champions of Barrier and Overload with the threat of Solar. To find this Law Sector, you're going to make your way over on the map to this location on the moon, land at the landing zone, make your way all the way over. If you never ran this before on normal, definitely make your way all the way over to the stairs. Down that way, we'll run it on normal, which will unlock Legend and Master. Legend has less champions, Master has more champions. If you can handle champions, you'll be all set to run on the higher difficulty, which will increase your chance of getting the exotic armor pieces, which is the whole reason you run Lost Sectors anyways, is farm those exotic armor pieces for high stats. Our build today is going to consist of Chaos Reach, Healing Rift to keep us alive, Chain Lightning to give us jolts, and then your grenade to do a lot of damage. It does the highest amount of damage, which will pair it very well with their jolts. We're going to be able to get from our fragments that'll work with Electrostatic Mine to keep us amplified. While Amplify will do increased damage with our Arc Souls, so make sure you pair these up really well. So with our grenades, they'll have longer durations with magnitude. They'll jolt with shock, which the jolts will give ionic traces. With Spark of Ions, so will your melee. And then while we're amplified, we'll have more orbs of power that will drop all the time while we're just rapidly killing everything. So more orbs of power, which will go really well for our build here, which we need orbs for armor charges, which will go for our grenade kickstarts. So everything else down here is for super energy, for dynamo. Make sure your siphon matches your whatever weapon's doing the most amount of damage for you for killing red bars. 2 solar resist, 1 arc resist. The overloads are doing fire damage, so if you're having issues with any other champions, switch them around. But solar seems to be the best right now. Everything else here is for survivability and damage uptime. And then Absolution, if you want to change this out for a recuperation, you can easily do that to keep yourself alive. So make sure your artifact is all set up for arc. All the perks are set up for your weapons as you need to, the ones you're using, and then 100 resilience for survivability, 100 discipline for more grenade uptime, and then whatever else you have left, throw it into recovery if you can. If you can't, that's no problem. Just make sure you get the resilience and disciplines taken care of. Our weapons are going to be auto rifle to take care of anti-barrier, trace rifle to take care of anti-overload, and then our machine gun is to do max amount of damage to just wreck everything in the room. Let's go and knock this out. Should be a smooth run. I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is a re-upload. I apologize from the earlier video today that didn't have the correct audio. Well, hopefully it's now corrected, so I hope you can enjoy the guide. Okay, here we go. So this should be a nice smooth run. I almost got stuck there. Don't want to ruin our flawless by jumping off the edge. So what I'd recommend is go over here, grenade this mob immediately. Melee it, even though you just jolted, you want to melee it anyways. Your abilities will not be down very long. You have a ton of uptime, so let's make sure that you throw your abilities out all day long. If you're running Fallen Sunstar and a Coldheart, you will not have any issues with abilities. As you can tell, I've been throwing like 8 grenades, and it's not really stopping. Like, I won't even do any damage here. I just sat there and okay. So we'll just sit here and use our dynamo to give us more class ability. Everything's dead, I guess. I haven't done anything yet. I'll just sit here and use abilities and see if I actually have to do any damage. How's that? Okay, so far I haven't had to do anything yet. So let's just... For the barrier I'm gonna have to, so let's just... I don't have any abilities up. That's just funny. That whole room there, I didn't have to do anything. We're gonna use our yeah, there we are. So I'm going to go ahead and use my super on this barrier, get myself in a good spot here, and then always try to be in the air when you're using your super, as it works very well for giving you the angles you may need for taking out all the mobs. So getting any orbs I need, throwing our grenades out, taking out any of these mobs. Since we did do damage to the barrier, he's going to be wanting to put his shield up. I'm not too worried about it, as once the barrier goes down, this guy becomes very vulnerable. We have our heavy weapon available. We can reload after setting our healing well. We can sit here and wait for this door to open, as our Arc Souls will do all the work. There we are. So, easy peasy. What we're going to do is we're going to run in here, use our melee to stun everything, throw our grenade through the window. I would ignore everything else there, as you won't have to worry about it as much. Just make sure you do as much damage as you can with your abilities on all these mobs. Your ionic traces will come back all the time. And I think either the overload champion, yeah, he's back there. Okay. I was wondering where he was. There we are. We have our super up again. We'll use it on the next overload. There you go. If I'm making it look easy, it really is. I'm really not doing much. It's just, everything is just dying. I'm throwing grenades out. Just copy the build if you want to, or adjust whatever you like to adjust it, and you'll be fine with grenade. You'll be fine with uptime. Everything's just dying. So it's kind of crazy. So we're just gonna throw our grenades around. Good thing about Warlock, Arc Warlock, is you can be free with your abilities. You don't have to worry about, am I gonna have something up? Am I gonna not have something up for boss? Canceling it a little early. We'll see how fast we can get our abilities back. All these ionic traces, right? Okay. So now we have a bunch of heavy ammo. We haven't really used any of our ammo. We can reload if we want to. We're just gonna throw our grenade right here to begin with. As we know, I'm going to throw a little farther, but it's okay. Just gonna keep using these ionic traces, give us ability cooldowns. Just burn the boss down for fun here. It's just tons of damage. We have tons of ammo available. Not really worried about any of our... There's no more overloads. You don't have to worry about anything else there. So, only thing we have to do now is just take care of the barrier champion. Here he is. Gonna do some much damage as we can here to this barrier. And then we'll move on forward. I would not go any farther up the edges if the boss is still on that platform. If the boss has moved to the next one, then you'll be okay. But I would not recommend following the boss unless you have your super up for that damage uptime. So, oops, I reload. Means I gotta hide. Don't want to be sitting there in the open without reloading that weapon. This one will be using his barrier at a weird moment here. Oopsie. Okay, actually, I'm going to take out everything else here. Barrier is literally the last thing we need to kill, so don't worry about it. Just take everything else out. Good thing I had some arc resist in there, or it would have been a little mess. I think he just... You guys saw that, right? He just jumped off the edge. Okay. Okay, well... That's basically the run. Just gonna blow up all the exploding mobs, lights come on, everything kinda ends, and... Alrighty then. Do that exact thing with the barrier and it'll be all set. Alrighty then. So, 5-minute run. Wasn't that bad. 5 minutes, 7 seconds. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment below. And I hope you have a fantastic day. That was awesome.